This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here on the channel this afternoon. Not a fine day, maybe a fine day. I honestly couldn't tell you what the sun's trying to do or the clouds are trying to do out there. It was pretty gray when I came home, so we'll leave it at that. Yes, I look like I'm 14 again. Thanks for noticing. Got to start the playoff beard sometime, right? And I mean, playoffs are coming soon, so we'll just casually get ready ahead of time because, I mean, my beard's still not exactly a 5-day grow kind of situation. All right, anyway, today, playoffs. Yeah, oh yeah, something about that happened the past couple of days here. Didn't talk about that because I already talked about it a day or two before. Leon Draisaitl was named Art Ross winner. Well, okay. All right. So where are you going with this, Tyson? Playoffs. That's where we begin today with the ideal playoff lineup for the Edmonton Oilers. In my eyes, I've looked at this, worked it out, and I think this is the way it's got to go. Now, obviously, very open for debate, and that's what I welcome in the comments section below. List it off, right? List off your top line, list off all your lines, whatever you want to go with. Go with it. Got a little bit of lemonade stuck in my chest here. Anyway, the Oilers have kind of mentioned, Ken Holland did, that they're going to carry maybe 10 defensemen, add a couple guys to that rotation, add on 3 more forwards. I think the magic number I saw was 18. And then, of course, you're apparently allowed to carry unlimited goalies. So do we see Rodrigue, Skinner, Wells, Shane Starrett, and wait, I think I listed them all. I don't know. Angus Redmond. That's the other guy. Do we see that guy up here? I don't know. Anyway, Ennis McDavid-Kassian. That's where we begin, and that's where the debate begins already. I hear it in the comments section from a couple of guys. Kassian's not a first-line player. What's he doing up there? Not in the playoffs. My friends. No. Kassian is the ideal first liner in the playoffs, especially when you look at the 2 guys next to him, Ennis, McDavid. My goodness, speed and skill, and then Kassian can move his feet as well. Don't kid yourself. And then, the reason he's an ideal player, this is the good part, is you think about this whole playoff situation, right? This 24-team format, this whole, what will have been March 12th to probably July 12th or 15th, somewhere in there, about a 4-month layoff. That's about realistically what it'll have been, right? April, May, June, and half a month each month. That's a 4-month layoff. Training camp begins July 1st or thereabout, hopefully, as long as things go according to plan. All right, so you're talking 3.5, 4 months off. Grind game. Straight up grind game is going to be very important because guys are going to be rusty. Guys are going to be not as fluid out there, and there is going to be that increased risk of injury just because of not having been conditioned as well as you would be coming out of a regular season. Obviously, Tyson, the counter argument to that is you're more banged up after a regular season going into the playoffs in April, and realistically, it don't matter which scenario you have, the grind game's got to be important. Absolutely. 100%. No doubt about it. Grind game's got to be important. I just feel this year more so important for the grind guys to grind because if you can put somebody out for a series, especially in these play-ins, it is deadly as to what you can do going in, right? I mean, the round robin teams, the top 4 in each conference, less important that they get the grind game going early. But for us, we got to have the grind game going game 1. And if you don't have a grind guy on the line with McDavid and Ennis, I know McDavid has a history of making big hits in the playoffs. Yes, we all saw that one replayed several times this offseason, this pause season, whatever the heck it is already. But Kassian going to be a very impact player on a top line if these playoffs do indeed get underway. Now, second line, Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, Yamamoto. Duh. Absolutely duh. There's no reason, absolutely no reason in any book to change why you would pair these guys together. It worked, and it worked. That's all you need to know. Yamamoto comes out of nowhere after me yelling for him to be traded last year because injury history and whatever. I honestly haven't watched that video, and I probably really should go watch it at some point. But, right, I was wrong. I'm good with it. Yamamoto, big points this year. And now, playoffs. get a big impact. He's a guy, small, that knows how to make an impact on the ice despite his size. Draisaitl, Art Ross, Winter, Nugent Hopkins. Guys, you need a big shot? Call up Nuge. He'll get it back in the net for you. No worries about it. Keep Nuge forever. Let's go. Nygaard, Sheehan, Archibald. Easy go, easy does. Speed, a little bit of skill, lots of grind, lots of pucks on net, lots of deep zone time. Love this line. I know everybody that's missing Nygaard talks about how important it is to have these guys together because they were looking promising. Well, ladies and gentlemen, throw them together for playoffs. Let's make it work. Let's just commit, get it done, get it going, and let's win some hockey games, all right? Lemonade's starting to fog up my mouth a little bit here. And yes, I did just say fog there in case anyone didn't hear exactly what I said. It was fog. All right? All right. Athanasiou, Haas, Neal. This is hard. This is where the debate really gets going. All right? I'm not going to kid you. This is where the debate really gets going. How do you form that fourth line? If the top three lines are all right in your mind, which I think I honestly don't think too many Oilers fans can argue about my top nine. The bottom line, the fourth line, is going to be a question mark and should be a question mark all playoff series long. Rotate guys in, rotate guys out. You've got three extra guys, unnamed yet. Chiasson, Russell, Kara. Okay, let's figure it out. Where do you go with that, right? Kara, definitely, grind game. If I'm talking about it being important, he should be in the lineup. Athanasiou shouldn't. Neal, Chiasson, right? They're interchangeable on the power play, but you'd prefer to have both. So again, Athanasiou out. Patrick Russell, probably in case of injury, just need him. But if nothing happens, he shouldn't see any lineup time. All right, simply done right there. He shouldn't see too much lineup time in the playoffs. All right, all right, all right. So debate away. Just debate away. Do you take Neal out? I don't think you do. You put Chiasson in? I think you do. But do you put Kara in because Chiasson doesn't use the body? Maybe you do. Do you think Neal's going to use the body enough to make him justifiable being on the fourth line? I don't know. I don't know. Debate away. Debate away. All right. Let's move on. Klefbom, Larson. Duh. Nurse, Bear. I don't see any pair where Bear or Nurse apart with somebody else really makes things better. I really don't. Nurse Bear, love him, hate him, live and die by him. As long as Nurse has somehow figured out in the past 2 months that defending in the crease on one knee isn't how you block shots, we'll be good. We'll be good. All right, Jones, Benning. Jones, Benning, easy, right? This is the ideal bottom pair. Realistically, these guys looked good to end this year. But hold on. Russell Green, what do you do with those two? Plus 2 extra defensemen. I don't know what you do with them. That's the question, right? I think everybody's kind of started conceding to the fact that Chris Russell's probably lost his playoff spot in the lineup. But has he or hasn't he? Guy knows how to block a shot, and you need that, right? Gregory Campbell blocked a shot, played on a broken leg or something. Did he take a spill? I think he now after I say it out loud, I think he took a spill, but he played a whole shift on a broken leg. Let's not forget. So cue that up as to what kind of warrior mentality, and they do call Chris Russell the cowboy for a reason. So keep that in mind. Plus 2 other defenders in the mix. Now, the goaltending. You want to debate like the fourth line? Oh, let's debate goaltending. You've got all the question marks in the world as to who else gets called up. Smith, Koskinen? Yeah, that's going to be who's on the bench and who's in net. One of the other. Okay, good. Now that we've narrowed it down, who's in net and who's on the bench? Good question. Your guess is as good as mine. Thing is, I think Smith, based on what he did last year, based on how he's gamed through several situations this year, and a guy that just has that fiery will to win, I think you start him game 1. Problem is, I don't think he starts game 2. That's my thought, is I don't think he starts game 2, but he will start game 1. And honestly, if Smith's booted out of net and Koskinen goes on to win the series, the play-in series, it's probably Koskinen the rest of the way. But if he falters, you've got a heck of a backup in Mike Smith. right? Realistically, this you can debate this one the same as the fourth line all night. Take your pick. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day because everyone gives you about the same chance to win when it comes down to it. So, guys, that's kind of how I'm shaping my lineup, not knowing the variables in here, but I think the Oilers are all right no matter what. They match up against the Hawks, just simply put, well, because we're the Oilers. We've done well this season. Chicago wasn't a playoff team till they were made a playoff team because you need to boost those TV ratings and make lots of ad dollars and make lots of money for the NHL to stay afloat with no fans in the stands during the playoffs. Guys, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. I will catch you in the next one.